Hi friends, it is quite customary that prior to the presentation you have to give an introduction. I am L.S.Kylas, practicing valuer from Trivandrum, India. I am presenting this video about valuation of a building for stamp duty. You may ask, why this valuation is different from the other valuations? Yes, this valuation is for a specific purpose for computing stamp duty and for registration. It is understood that the government of Kerala have been seriously thinking for a long time on the disparity of the price of the residential and commercial buildings provided in the sale documents and the actual market value of these buildings. It is a fact that there is a vast difference between the amount mentioned in the sale document and the actual market value of. So as to control the value of the buildings, a new section 28C was included in the Stamp Act 1959. And as per Government Order GORT number 274/2020, taxes dated 23/4/2020, all properties with buildings to be registered in the sub-registrar's office, the value will be certified by a certain designated engineers in government service and in private sector. Accordingly, the government has prescribed a format for the certificate of valuation to be attached with sale document. As per the format, CPWD plinth area rates prevailing at the time have to be followed for valuation, and cost index of the place where the building is located will have to be applied. There are some apprehensions among the valuers that by adopting CPWD plinth area rates and CPWD cost index, will it actually reflect the true market value of the building, or will it be more than the market price of the building? But as per the government directions, the method of valuation adopting CPWD plinth area rates time to time have to be followed as decided by the government for the specific purpose, namely valuation for registration of sale deed. There will be a question, why CPWD plinth area rates of 2020 have not been adopted. The CPWD plinth area rates 2020 has been published only 2 weeks back. Only the plinth area rates have been published so far. The cost index for various places have not been published. Without the cost index, it is not possible to arrive at a reasonable value. When the cost index of 2020 is published, the CPW plinth area rates will be adopted for valuation. But there is also an alternative method. If the valuer is keen to apply CPWD plinth area rates 2020, he will have to work out the cost index of 2020 with the help of the pro forma for calculations of cost index under Appendix 4 of the CPWD plinth area rate book. Hence, he can work out the plinth area rates by enquiring the value of the building materials at the time of construction or the time of valuation, and then applying it to the calculation sheet, and he can find out the exact cost index at the time of valuation. But there is a percentage of error in this, because the market values enquired by two different valuers may differ very much. So here I am following CPWD plinth area rate 2019 and cost index 2019. Regarding the valuation procedure, the whole valuation is being done in 6 steps. First of all, in the table A, the type of cottage is given in column 1 and the plinth area of each type is given in column 3. From this, you can decide under which type of building is to be valued. Type B gives the specifications of each type like foundation, superstructure, flooring, doors, windows, etc. Table C gives the specification of water supply and sanitary installations for each type of cottage. Please note the superior specifications. If the building to be valued is in lesser specification, necessary deductions will have to be made. Table D gives the specifications of electrical installations. Please note the superior specification provided. LED tube lights, LED fittings and have been provided. Here also, if the building to be valued is lesser in specifications, necessary deductions will have to be made. Table E is the CPW plinth area rates. Now, we will analyze each table and how the valuation is proceeded. This table A gives the revised scale of plinth area for different types of cottage. You can see the first column giving the type of cottage, then the second column showing the scale of pay that is not concerning us, then the third column gives the area of the cottage. From this, you can compare the building in question with the revised scale of plinth area provided in this table. There, you will come to the conclusion of which type of cottage the building to valued belongs. This is table B giving the CPWD specification for residential building. You can see different types of cottage and also the specifications for foundation, superstructure, doors and windows. This is the continuation of the specification showing doors and windows of toilet, baths, WC, main doors of external doors, etc. This is also the continuation of the specification showing the shutters of windows, flooring for each type of cottage. This is also continuation showing the finishes and external finishes. This is table C showing the CPWD specification for sanitary and water supply installations for each type of cottage. You can see there is a lot of difference between type 1 to 3 and type 6 to 7. So this has to be considered before actually going for the valuation. This is table D showing the specifications of electrical installations in different types of residential accommodation. Please watch here. The tube lights are LED, the lights are also LED. So you have to compare the building under valuation whether LED lights and LED tube lights have been provided. If it is in a lesser specification, you have to make necessary deduction in the value. This is continuation of the electrical installations. This is the most important table in this valuation, table E. This is the CPWD plinth area rates as on 1/4/2019. The arrow shows the rate for load-bearing residential building 16,600. In the CPWD plinth area rates 2012, the residential building type 1 to 7 were divided into two categories and two rates were given. But in the plinth area rates of 2019, only a single rate has been given for type 1 to type 6 cottage and type 7 to type 8 bungalows. There is a possibility that CPWD may have worked out an average value for all the cottages. This we will have to bring it to the notice of the Central PWD regarding this anomaly and has to be corrected. The arrow showing the rates for services. The arrow is direct into the external service connection. For internal water supply and sanitary insulation 9%. Also you see 3 internal electric insulation, it is 12.5%. These 2% are at a higher side, but this is because of the higher specification provided for water supply and sanitary installations in the specifications, as well as the electrical insulation. As I have told earlier, these tube lights are all LED and the lights are all LED. So because of this higher specification, the rates have been given at a higher value. In case the building you are valuing, it doesn't have such higher specification or superior specification, and if it is lesser in specification, necessary deduction will have to be made by the valuer. This is the third sheet of the table A. The arrow shows for how to calculate for overhead tank without independent staging. This is 18 rupees per liter, and on the above it is the rate for passenger lifts. This is the fourth sheet of table E. The arrow shows the rate for rain harvesting. This is table F, showing the cost index of different towns in Kerala. Here the first arrow shows the cost index of Trivandrum 135. Second arrow shows the cost index of Alleppey 138. The rate you work out as per the tables described earlier, R is the rate prevailing at Delhi, where the cost index is 100. So if you want to compute the cost index at Trivandrum, the cost or the value of the building at Trivandrum, the cost you have worked out at Delhi has to be multiplied by this. Cost index of Delhi is 100, cost index of Trivandrum is 135, so the value worked out at Delhi has to be multiplied 1.35 to arrive at the value at Trivandrum. The table shown below this cost index is the method how you have worked out to arrive at the quantity of wood required for 1 square meter of a residential building. Different buildings of 60 square meter, 80 square meter, 100 120, 140, 160 and 180 has been examined and the quantity of wood provided in the building. From this, the quantity of wood necessary for doors and windows per square meter is worked out. The method of working out the value of the building has been explained in my previous narrations, and now we will examine case studies. Here 3 cases have been taken up for analysis. Case 1. An RCC load-bearing residential building of plinth area 1000 square foot foundation with RR and cement mortar for superstructure with brickwork in cement mortar, doors and windows with second class teakwood, wardrobes and bedroom shelves in kitchen, walls plastered and painted, flooring with vitrified tile, bathrooms flooring with ceramic tiles, and the sides of walls with glazed tiles. Building is electrified and has got water connection. The building is newly built, about 9 months old, located in Trivandrum. This is the specification of the building we are going to value. Plinth area rate as per CPWD criteria, rupees 16,600 per square meter. Now add services. Internal water supply and sanitary installation 9% equals 1,494 per square meter. Electrical external service connection 3.75% equals 623 per square meter. Civil external service connection 1.25% is equal to 208 per square meter. Internal installations 12.5% is equal to 2075 per square meter. Power wiring and plugs 4% is equal to 664 per square meter. Total amount comes to rupees 21,664 per square meter at Delhi. Hence, plinth area rate per square foot as on 2019 at Delhi is equal to rupees 2013 per square foot. The cost index of Trivandrum as on 1/4/2019 with respect to Delhi plinth area rates 1/4/2019 is 135. The plinth area rate in Trivandrum as on date is equal to 2013 into 135 divided by 100 is equal to 2,718 per square foot. Since the building is newly built, depreciation is not considered. If the valuer want to have a very conventional valuation, 1% of depreciation can be considered. Now, without considering the depreciation, value of the building is equal to 1,000 into 2,718 is equal to 27,18,000. This is the format in which we will have to give the certificate. The most important columns are the first column, the rate as on 2019, 21,664 per square meter. The rate per square foot is 2013 per square foot. Then CPWD cost index of Trivandrum on 1/4/2000 with respect to DPAR is equal to 135. So, applying the cost index, the rate per square foot works out to rupees 2,718 per square foot. So, for 100 square feet, 1000 square feet of the building, the value is 27,18,000. This has to be given. This only sheet has to be given. This is a document attached with the sale deed. Now case 2. Valuation of the building above with same specification except the doors and windows are with country wood and the age is 10 years. Plinth area rate as per CPWD criteria is 16,600 per square meter. Add services. Internal water supply 9%. This is same as previous one. Electrical external service connection, electrical external service connection, civil external service connection, internal electric installations, power wiring, etc. This is very important. As per the CPW specification, the doors and windows are to be with second class teakwood. But in this building, the doors and windows are with country wood. So the difference in cost of second class teakwood and country wood used has to be deducted. The normal quantity of wood planed and framed for a normal building is about 0.03 cubic meter per square meter. Hence, the rate of teakwood handling for CPW DSR 2019 is rupees 77,600 cubic meter, and that of country wood is rupees 43,000 per cubic meter. Hence, difference in cost of teakwood and country wood is equal to 0.04 into 77,600 minus 43,000, which works out to 1,384 per square meter. This 1,384 per square meter has to be deducted from the plinth area rate of 16,600. Plinth area rate after deduction is equal to rupees 20,280. So, plinth area rate as per DPAR 2019 at Delhi is rupees 20,280. Plinth area rate per square foot as on Delhi works out to rupees 1,885 per square foot. The cost index at Trivandrum as on 1/4/2019 with respect to DPAR 1/4/2019 is 135. Hence, the building is 10 years old. Estimated total life is 60 years. Hence, depreciation is worked out as 15%. So, depreciation amount is rupees 382 per square foot. Hence, the depreciation rate is equal to rupees 2,163 per square foot. Value of building is equal to 1,000 into 2,163 is equal to 21,63,000. This is the certificate to be given, to be attached to the sale document. Most important is the column 3 and column 4. In column 4, the rate worked out before applying the depreciation is given as rupees 2,545 per square foot. Then, applying depreciation, the rate works out to rupees 2,163 per square foot. Because there was a criticism that how the depreciation can be shown in this column. So, this is the way which I have preferred to show the depreciation. This is case 3. A tile building of plinth area 1000 square foot with foundation with RR in cement mortar, doors and windows with country wood, well plastered and painted. Only a small almara in the bedroom, no mosquito shutters, flooring with northern cement. The building is electrified and has water connection. The building is 30 years old. Building is located in Alleppey. Plinth area rate as per CPWD criteria is 16,600 per square meter. Here, since this is an old building, constructed 30 years back, the electrical connection will be single phase with just minimal lighting and light fitting. Also, water supply and sanitary fittings will be minimum and not as provided in the specification provided in the CPWD Plinth Area 2019. Hence, the valuer will make necessary deduction in the rate. The percentage deduction is priority of the valuer after assessing the condition. The following deductions are an example and not a strict rule to follow in the percentage deduction. It is up to the valuer to decide. Here, the first line, plinth area rate as per CPWD criteria 16,600. Since the specification of the water supply installation and the electrical installations are not superior as the specifications of CPWD book. So here for internal water supply and sanitary installation, instead of 9%, I have given only 6%. So also for internal electric installation, instead of 12.5%, I have given only 7.5%. So according to the specification available in the building, these percentages can be deducted as per the discretion of the valuer. Here in this building, the roofing of this building is tile roof and the plinth area rate provided in CPWD specification is for RCC. Hence the difference in cost of RCC and tile roof will have to be deducted, which is equal to rupees 3,000 per square meter. As per CPWD specification, the doors and windows are with second glass teakwood, but in this building the doors and windows are with country wood. So the difference in cost of second glass teakwood and the country wood has to be deducted. So the deduction to be effected. The normal quantity of wood planed and framed for a normal building is about 0.03 cubic meter per square meter. So for reduction of the difference in cost of teakwood and country wood will be 1,384 per square meter. Difference in cost of RCC and tile roof is about 3,000 per square meter. Then again, in the specifications of CPWD, wardrobes will have to be provided and kitchen cabinets also to be provided. In this building, it's an old building with tiled roof. There are no wardrobes and kitchen cabinets, so that amount has to be deducted. So this is assessed as about 1,20,000 for the 100 square foot. So this gives to the deduction amount as rupees 1,290 per square meter. In the specification of the CPWD for this cottage, the flooring is with vitrified tile, but in this building the flooring is with ordinary cement with red oxide finish. So we have to make the necessary decision, which works out to rupees 913 per square meter. Mosquito shutters have not been provided, so rupees 65 per square meter has to be deducted. So the total deduction to be made from the plinth area rate of 16,600 is rupees 6,652. Total after deduction is equal to 19,630 minus 6,652 is equal to 12,978 per square meter. Plinth area rate in Delhi is 12,978 per square meter. So the plinth area rate as per square foot is rupees 1,206 per square footer. Then the cost index of Alleppey is 138. As done in earlier examples, applying the cost index of Alleppey, the rate work out to rupees 1,664 per square foot. Age of the building is 30 years, so in this case the depreciation is 45%. So the depreciation amount is rupees 749. Deducting the depreciation, the plinth area rates for this style building having a plinth area of 1000 square foot and 30 years old in Alleppey is 915 per square foot. So the value of the building is equal to 9,15,000. This is the certificate to be issued. You can see in the column 4 the rate worked out before depreciation is shown, and then the depreciation rate is given as rupees 915 per square foot, and the value of the building is 9,15,000. The valuation for stamp duty is entirely different from valuation of market value of the property for mortgage and housing loan. The same property for bank purpose will give a different value than the valuation of the same property for stamp duty. The distress value of the same property will be much different from the market value. The same property will give a different value if it is for insurance purposes. The main underlying principle is value of a property varies according to time, place, purpose, and in whose hand. The valuation for registration is for a specific purpose of computation of stamp duty and does not hold good for any other purpose. The government have decided on the method of valuation and the plinth area rate to be adopted, namely the CPWD plinth area rate published by the CPWD time to time, and the cost index prevailing at the place of location. Once again, in all the above examples, CPWD plinth area rate 2019 has been taken. Now, the CPWD plinth area rates 2020 with effect from 1/4/2020 has been published, but the building cost index of 2020 of various towns have not been published so far. So till the cost index of 2020 is published, the plinth area rates of 2019 can be used. Hope the presentation was valuable to you. Please express your likes and opinions. Thank you.